Good morning, students. Myself, Rupalakshmi P. Sudi, St. Joseph English Medium School. I am taking Nutrition in Animals chapter of 7th Standard Science. In this lesson, we are going to study about nutrition in animals. You have studied about nutrition in your previous lesson, that is nutrition in plants. There you have studied that you have learned how plants prepare food by means of photosynthesis. You can see in the picture how plants prepare photosynthesis using raw materials like carbon dioxide, water in the presence of sunlight, and of course leaf has chlorophyll in it. By means of all these raw materials, they prepare food like carbohydrates, which we get as a starch, and also it releases oxygen, which is very important for our respiration. Now, plants prepare food, and all the other animals depend on these plants for their food. They get food directly or indirectly. Indirectly means they eat animals which eat plant food. Those animals get their food from plants either directly or indirectly. All organisms require food for energy and growth. Why we need food? For energy. To get energy and for growth we need food. Requirement of nutrients, mode of intake of food and its utilization in body are collectively known as nutrition. So intake of food and utilization of food, they are collectively known as nutrition. So before going to lesson, let us recall what are the components of food that you have studied in 5th and 6th standard. Main components of food are carbohydrates, fats, vitamins and minerals, and proteins. So, let us quickly go through the sources and function of these components of food. So, carbohydrates, which are energy giving food, present in rice, potato, wheat, sugar, etc. They provide energy to our body. Fats, they are also energy giving food. They are present in butter, ghee, milk, cheese, etc. Mainly oily food. They give more energy compared to carbohydrates. Vitamins and minerals, they are protective food. We get them by fruits and vegetables. They are required for normal growth and development of our body. Proteins, which are body building food. Proteins are present in milk, eggs, meat, fish, soybean, etc. They help in building and repair of a body. Now, the components of food such as carbohydrates are complex substances. These complex substances cannot be utilized as such. They cannot be utilized as such. So, they are broken down into simpler substances. The breakdown of complex components of food into simpler substances is called digestion. So, we will learn how digestion takes place in different animals. That is nutrition in animals. So, different ways of taking food in different animals. Different organism takes food in different ways. A hummingbird sucks nectar of plants. Human beings use their hands to put food into their mouth and swallow the food after chewing. You know how we eat food. Infants of human and many other animals feed upon their mother's milk by sucking them. A snake swallows the animals they prey upon without chewing them. They just swallow it. A frog captures prey with its sticky tongue. An earthworm uses its muscular pharynx to swallow its food. Spiders weave sticky web in which small insects get stuck. you may have seen how spiders weave their net. In that, small insects get stuck. Some aquatic animals filter tiny particles floating nearby and feed upon them. Amoeba, which is a unicellular animal, engulfs tiny particles of food by using pseudopodia. They don't have any digestive system like other animal. Their body parts, whatever pseudopodia means, false feet, that uses for capturing food and all. Amoeba surrounds the food by pseudopodia and then makes a food vacuole to engulf the food. And in multicellular organisms like Hydra, there are numerous tentacles, antenna-like structure around their mouth. Hydra uses tentacles to surround its prey and kill them with its stinging cells. Then the food is pushed inside the body cavity. Let us see some pictures of this taking food. Like see there, scrapping. A snail use snail, how they eat food, snail and ant, scrapping food, that is scrapping. You can see their hummingbird sucking. Mosquito and housefly, they are also suck, that one, that is called siphoning. And housefly, it is breathing, that is called breathing. They leave some solution, saliva on the food, then it suck from the that material. And lice also suck blood from its host body. Next, this eagle eat flesh of animal. It swallows food. So these are some of the examples of taking food. Let us see the chart. One chart is shown here. See there. Same again it is given. Snail, the kind of food is algae, scrapping from rock or any land. Ant, plant material and other animals, biting and chewing. Eagle, flesh of prey, tearing, and then it swallow. Hummingbird, nectar from a flower, it sucks. Even lice and mosquito suck blood from animals. Then butterfly, it suck nectar from flowers, that is siphoning. Housefly, it eat any dead or decaying material or all type of food it uses. That is also sucking or breathing, it is called. Amoeba, tiny aquatic animals, is its food. So they capture and swallow, engulf the food. Next is an amazing fact you can see in a starfish. Starfish, you can see the picture there. Starfish, see here, which is a marine animal which is covered by hard shells. It eats, it has a unique mode of nutrition, this starfish. It opens the shell of its prey and pops out its stomach through its mouth surrounding the soft body of its prey. Means it eats the flesh which is present in a covered animal. Like you can see here, covered shell, seashells you can see here in the picture. Seashells you can see. The insect which is there inside, the animal which is there inside that shell, it is eaten by this starfish. The starfish, after capturing its prey, brings back its stomach inside its own body. This food is then digested. Next, let us see the digestion system in humans. Human being, how food is taken, after that how it is digested. See, eating food, you know how we eat food. That is not the end of that one. There it starts actually. digestion starts actually from the mouth, right? So we take food through the mouth. You can see the picture there, buccal cavity or mouth. Then digest and utilize it. The unused parts of the food are defecated. The food passes through a continuous canal which begins at the buccal cavity or a mouth and ends at the anus. It is nearly 9-meter long distance. It is a 9-meter long way actually. The canal can be divided into various compartments like buccal cavity, food pipe or esophagus. You can see here esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine ending in the rectum and the anus. Last is anus. These parts together form the alimentary canal. These parts from buccal cavity to anus is called alimentary canal or digestive tract. The food components gradually get digested as food travels through this canal, right? So, and along with this, some salivary glands, the liver and pancreas are also secrete digestive juices. These are glands along with the alimentary canal. These glands help in digestion and convert the complex substances of food into simpler ones. The digestive tract and the associated glands together constitute the digestive system. So, not only alimentary canal, not only these compartments which are just now I told buccal cavity to anus, but also the glands also helps in digestion. Now let us know what happens to the food in different parts of the digestive tract.